Good morning, YouTube family. South Texas Prepper here. Today's Wednesday, April the 26th, 2023. Guys, it's been a while. I haven't made any videos. But of course, I've been doing what y'all have been doing, which is just preparing for all this madness that's going on around us. What I wanted to talk about today, a few things. By the way, hope everybody's been well. What I wanted to talk about was I've been getting as soon as I open up my laptop and even at home on my home computer, I guess it's Bing or whatever that search engine is now has I guess it's kind of like the chat GPT. It has like an AI, and it basically asks you to ask it anything, right? And by the way, the reason I'm kind of like shooting this way is because I haven't been able to find really a holder that'll hold my phone well enough while I'm driving. And I used to, when I first started making videos, I really liked doing them while I was driving, during my commute. Normally around this time, on my way to work, I'm listening to PrepperNow. He's got awesome videos in the morning. I'm sorry, in the evening actually, but a lot of times I miss them, so I just catch up with them on my way to work, or other content creators. But anyway, so there's, like, speaking of the sanctions, right, that the United States put on Russia, sanctions, when the war in Ukraine started, basically to supposedly to punish Russia. The U.S. dollar has gone down even faster. People are decoupling from the dollar. Inflation has gone up, and the countries that were supposed to be hurt by these sanctions have actually gotten stronger, and the people that are the nations that are leaving the U.S. dollar has grown. So it tells me that this is all on purpose, and it's not the politicians that are gonna hurt, or the bankers, or the big corporations. They're not gonna hurt. They're not gonna be hurt. It's gonna be the people, the everyday people, because we are the ones that basically make everything go. On a bank loan, it's our signature that brings the money into existence. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess what I'm saying is that the AI, I believe, is basically running everything. As far as these bankers and whoever it is that says, okay, we're gonna do this or that, I'm sure they got computer models that they use to tell them what is the next step, or whatever. What is the method that we're gonna use? And I believe that they're using the AI. I also believe that all this that's going down in our economy, all the bad stuff is on purpose. It's not an accident. It's not, gotta watch this traffic. It's not an accident, guys. How can you demolish your economy and like the way it's happening right now, and seeing with your own eyes that these sanctions that you're doing, or whatever policies that you're implementing, how are you going to continue that? It also tells me that the people of America, nobody's doing anything. I just listened to a story. Nobody's Special Finance, I think his name is. I'm sorry about the name. I listen to him every day. Nobody's Special Finance. He's talking about how First Republic Bank was giving out mortgages to these like really uh, wealthy individuals like bankers and CEOs or whatever giving out mortgages, and they didn't even have a payment. All they were paying was the interest, and at the time the interest was really low, right? So they were basically just paying, minuscule amounts, on these luxury homes and properties. So now, these. So First Republic goes under. So now they got to sell the assets, but who's gonna buy those assets? Nobody. Nobody wants to buy those assets. They're garbage. Like, who's gonna buy a mortgage where they're only paying? I think the first 10 years, for the first 10 years, all they gotta pay is the interest, and the interest was basically zero at that time, guys. My point is that these so-called elites or whatever have been basically just stealing from our country, from us. It just sickens me. It really sickens me that all this has been going on and nobody does anything about it. And honestly, I've said before, there's not much we can do, because it's a system. It's a system that has been put in place, and there's not much that we can do about it. All we can do is basically just put our head down and prepare. That's all we can do. And that's what I've been doing. That's what most of us have been doing. And so, I look at these, I know a lot of us, even my son, he's 15 years old, and he asks me questions like, let me put this back up here, guys. My son asks me, Dad, how can this, that's dumb, or this, it don't make no sense, or whatever, talking about any particular situation. And it almost breaks my heart, because I know what he's trying to say. It doesn't make any sense. Like when we're talking about what's going on in the war, or anything that's going on with everything, right, with civil unrest and the economy. And I tell him, I go, son, it doesn't make sense, because they're doing it on purpose. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid. I try to explain to him that they created this system, so they're gonna do what they want. And the thing is that the people of the West, the United States in particular, we had the good times, right, through the 50s and the 60s, 70s, whatever. We basically looted the world of their energy, right, of what they produce, and we gave them the inflation, and now it's coming back. But these systems are they're meant to extract wealth from the people, from the everyday people of the world. And here in the United States, that system's coming to an end, and it's becoming very obvious as to what's been going on. Only now they're doing it out in the open, and they don't care if they get caught, or because nothing's gonna get done. They change the system as soon as it's gonna hurt them. They change it, and and they change it like on right then and there. So there's no rule of law, honestly. This that basically makes us it basically makes us a banana republic. And now that the system has extracted as much wealth as it can from the people, and through that, and through our energy, right, it became powerful. It became powerful enough where now it can sustain itself, and it's unstoppable. At least until people just start, until the people, law enforcement in particular, start bringing those people to be held accountable. Bring them in and be held accountable for what they've done. I've been talking about this when I air quotes, woke up like in the early, like in 2012, late 2011, and the thing that made me open my eyes to the way the world really worked was the financial system. I was shocked that that's the way it really was. A lot of little things in particular, as like, the world of commerce, right? Maritime admiralty law, how it had superimposed itself over business, right? Over the people, like contracts and things like that. Just little details, guys, that I'm not gonna get into, but it hijacked the system, right? The natural order. It took over the money, and now we're seeing the natural evolution of that, which is the CBDCs, the going cashless. You know what I'm saying? Now that's what we have is a cashless society, or that's where we're going. And once that happens, guys, they'll have all the power. They will have all the power, and it really worries me. But I'm seeing all of these things come into play, and I don't know if it can be stopped. I don't think a lot, and it even worse is a lot of people are gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? The people that have not been prepared, the people that have been just getting benefits from the government, and I'm not talking about like people that are retired or disabled people. I'm talking about people that are able to work but are taking advantage of the system, that are lazy and don't do a damn thing. They're gonna love it. They're gonna go for it, because as soon as they're threatened that their benefits are gonna be taken away, they're gonna raise an outcry, and they're gonna go for it. And the majority of people, they don't understand that that's communism. But I'm talking about, it's like communism of the future, and it just really, I look at the progression and it's not good. But the only thing that keeps me going is that I remember when the health crisis started, there was a lot of things that I worried about. I saw in my mind the progression of how they locked down people. Everything was locked down. The economy basically was shut down. Essential personnel, even though it really wasn't a lockdown, because you could still move around, but anyway, my point is that there was a lot of things that I thought were going to come out of that, and a lot of people, too many people spoke out, and which I'm very happy they did. A lot of people spoke out and they didn't go for all that. But so those things didn't come to pass, at least not yet. So I'm hoping that the same thing, something will happen where the people rising up will put a stop to this. In the meantime, all we can do is prepare. There's a lot of other things I wanted to talk about, guys. A lot of things going on. A lot of things that I've seen. The grocery stores where I've been going to lately, I don't know if it's just that one, but it's a big grocery store. It's an HEB with a lot of traffic, and I've been noticing that, like, the past, I've gone pretty much every day from the weekend, and every day it that I went, that store looked half stocked. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of stores with the bread, it's not stocked like the way it always is. It's like half stocked, or it's not. So I go pretty regular to the grocery store just to pick up things here and there, and also to see what they got. Prices, of course, are continually going up, and the things that are going up are like the processed foods, like chips, the cereals, things like that. Breads, tortillas, those things, they're all going up. Processed foods, even some of the vegetables, fruits, they're going up as well. It just boggles my mind, because even though they're just a few cents that they go up, and a lot of things, like especially the fruits. But people will always buy groceries, and those grocery bills, every time you go to the store, they add up. The cost increase adds up. So I go to the store and I buy like maybe like 3 or 4 bags of stuff, and it's like $70. You know what I'm saying? $80, and it's like, what the hell, man? You know what I'm saying? Your basic, we're, those, that purchase of $70 or $80 would have been in the, like, not even a couple of years ago, it would have been like, I don't know, like $40, almost 50% increase, guys. I mean, it's crazy. It's mind-boggling. A lot of the money that we used to have, extra money, is going to the groceries, and people will continue to pay those prices because they buy groceries. What will start happening is they start not doing other things that would have gone into the economy. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but it's just, I won't say scary, but and the thing is that this is being done on purpose by our own so-called government. And just to put it out there, guys, I'm a conservative, okay, but I do not vote anymore. I don't vote Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I consider myself a conservative. But this political, all this that you're seeing around you guys, the politics and all that, this is my opinion, but those people are just actors, and this is all a game. It's all a big deception, guys, because they're running the system and we're just going along for the ride. We're always in reaction mode. So that's why I do watch other YouTube channels, and I read a lot of articles as to how we can take control of our own lives as best we can, and so that the system is not animate. You know what I'm saying? It's not a living thing, although it's pretty close with this AI, and it's learning. Okay, these people, these puppets, are being run by these filthy rich elites that have probably been around since the beginning of time, guys. They're evil, and they continually change the system. I know this video is a little bit rambling, but this is what's going on. That's why nothing makes sense, guys. I mean, it's dumb. Like, why, the military industrial complex, they're making all the money right now, all this war. These weapons, they're not cheap, and somebody's got to make them. Somebody's getting paid to make them, and it's not you or I. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, continue to prep, continue to buy food, continue, if you have extra money, try to buy some precious metals, or the way I see it, buy things that are real. Buy real things, that put them away. Things for your car. I'm a maintenance technician, guys. I'm a supervisor of a large building here in downtown area, and I know about prepping regarding like your house, regarding your home. Prepare not just food, water. Prepare things like for your house, for your water heaters, for your electrical, your outlets, your air filters, parts for your AC, because they will break down and they'll be harder to get, and they're already expensive, guys. So luckily I know how to maintain my systems in my home, my plumbing, all that stuff. I do everything by myself, and I'm teaching my son how to do it. Anyway, guys, I'll probably put on a short. My son, he likes to weld, and he likes to make knives and stuff like that. He made a really nice knife, guys, that he did himself. He cut a piece of metal from this decorative, I don't know what you call it, like a little platform we used to have, and it had a ring of like slats of metal, and he cut one off, and he cut himself a handle with the grinder and the hacksaw, and he made a pretty nice knife, guys. Anyway, but those are the things that we got to do, guys. We're planting. Our garden is, we're in Texas, so we've been having a lot of rainy weather, so I haven't really planted as much as I wanted to, but I will. My tomatoes are coming out. Onion, we have red onion planted. We have watermelon, and I'll make little shorts to show you the progress. But anyway, guys, we got to get busy, and let's just keep on preparing. Okay, just anything you can, real things, guys. Okay, I know precious metals, that's all great. I'm a big believer in precious metals, in particular silver, because I can afford it. Okay. um, but I'm a big believer in piling up precious metals for emergencies. I've in the past, in the not too distant past, I've liquidated some of my silver because I needed it. And that's what I had it. That's what I had it for. Okay, but then I keep on buying again. You know what I'm saying? It's not just there to collect dust. Okay, it serves a purpose. Anyway, guys, it's good talking to y'all. Y'all take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.